I'm on the beach right now, on the South Fork of Long Island, at a salt harvest.
I'm Shelly Martuscello and I own Shelly Sells Sea Salt.
What is Shelly Sells Sea Salt?
It's quite the tongue twister, sadly on purpose. It's a small batch sea salt company. Salt made from the Atlantic Ocean, a few blocks away from my childhood home in West Hampton Beach, New York. When I'm not at my job, this is what I do. It makes you feel like a superhero, like walk on the beach so much better.
And it does look like a superhero outfit. This is how I'm helping. I'm holding the car key. How did this even begin?
My mom and I were walking on the beach 10 years ago, and I was like, oh, could I make sea salt? I love research and I love a good challenge. So I started researching about where our table salt came from. I was like, oh yeah, this gotta go. I did a straight down boil method on my parents' stovetop, which they hated because the whole house was humid for like more than a few days. And I made a batch of salt, and my parents looked at me like I created gold. Then I started to make formal packaging and I started to peddle it a little bit. I went for it and it's been a wild ride.
If it were snowy right now, wouldn't this be the most miserable walk?
It wouldn't be my finest moment, but I would be happy anyway because I'm doing what I want to do.
You look like you're about to do some sort of serious aquatic adventure sport.
I know, meanwhile, it's literally, I'm not even going that far. I tried to just get full 5-gallon buckets of water, bring it back here to my family's home in West Hampton, where I filter it in that greenhouse back there.
Can we go take a look at what you have back there?
Just watch out for the black walnut. We fall on them.
So this is like your mad scientist lab.
This is where the magic happens.
This is salt water in here. With the warmth in here, it just evaporates and evaporates.
And we put it into these kind of lobster stock pot sort of deals. By tonight, this will be about a pound of salt. It's not sharp and bitter. It's very briny and not as salty as you would think it would be. Want to try some?
I would love to. When you go out to places and you're tasting other people's salt, are you thinking, how does this compare to mine?
All the time. I taste a lot of salt, but my sodium levels are fine apparently, so it's a big one.
Guinness World Record. I'm tempted to eat it, but that would be way too salty, huh?
You might ruin your whole day.
No, you just taught yourself how to do all that just by studying.
It was so much trial and error.
I first met you at the West Hampton Farmers Market. You have these things at some local stores too.
Coffee sea salt scrub. Sea salt spray. I always liked how my hair looked after I harvested my salt water anyway.
This project seems like something that so many people wish they could do, but you actually went and did it. This is not easy.
I learned more this year than I think I learned in the last 10. So much about science that my art school education didn't cover. I'm in a wetsuit in the cold months, a bathing suit in the warm one. It's a really, really clean water source, which is the foundation of salt making. The beach is a totally different place for me now just because it gives me something that I make and produce and sell. I feel more grateful to the ocean than ever.